Hey ladies and gentlemen, alright, just want to give you a quick video because it's right around the corner to be in Friday. It is for me. I'm about to head out of my office here and get home and to bed, but want to leave you a message of encouragement. First off, you have 2 weeks left, less than 2 weeks, before this class is done. You're officially less than 2 weeks away. And in fact, really, you have about a week worth of work and then plenty of time for you to work on the final. So I just wanted to let you know what you have left in store. You have discussion due Friday at midnight, as you always do. That is posted, looking at discussion of the Trail of Tears. There's a documentary there. There's some primary sources with the Cherokee chief, John Ross, and all he was doing with the tribe leading up to the relocation, of how President Jackson dealt with the Indian problem. And then, and that's due Friday. Monday is already posted as well. That's kind of backtracking a bit. There's a lecture I put together, kind of just a very quick thing looking at what led to Louisiana Purchase, what was sort of some of the differences that Jefferson brought to his Jeffersonian political policies, and why the Jefferson State is a name that you see being attached to the agrarian new state ideas of Northern California, Southern Oregon. That's all tying into what Jefferson was trying to do in 1800, and with the purchase to lead this new expedition of Lewis and Clark. And you're going to read the letter that Jefferson wrote his young clerk and captain, Mr. Meriwether Lewis, and you're going to see what was the agenda of this expedition, of this conquest westward. Was it a conquest or was it something different? How much does the scientific revolution of the time and Enlightenment thought lead this expedition and exploration? So you're going to read the very letter that he wrote to explain the meaning for this, and that's Monday. Then we have our very last week of actual material. So don't worry, it's not going to be an overly amount of work for you on your last week. I want you to have plenty of time to think of your exam the following week. So you're going to have one discussion Friday, which I'll post probably Monday evening your time or Tuesday morning. That's just going to sum up some stuff, some quick ending thoughts. You'll have a little bit of reading, not too much to worry about. Just some ending thoughts leading up to the Civil War, looking at Slave South, and just some basic things of the late 1800s. The biggest thing too is I'll open up all the old quizzes so you can look at those, create some study guides, and I'm going to have the exam all ready and open for you to go in and start looking at it. What I recommend doing is just opening it up, cutting and pasting the questions, put it into a Word document, and just work on it there. That way, when it's all said and done, just go into the exam when you're ready, cut and paste the answers into there, and submit it. It's open book, takes as much time as you want, as long as it's turned in by our very last day of class. And so that's no stress there. The biggest thing is how to answer the questions with the most amount of detail from the reading, from your analyzing it, thinking about comparisons and all the stuff that the questions ask. That's your interpretation, that's your use of the information that's in your head and synthesizing it into a coherent answer. That's what historians do. Historians don't worry about memorization of dates and names. If that's all we did, that's not much. There's not much point to that. But you're looking at events and looking at the why. Why do certain things happen the way they did? How are certain things repeated? How are certain things compared? How can we look at identities, formations, and where we are today as a nation? And be proud of the nation, but also understand a sticky past and how to rectify the wrongs that might have happened. So looking at all that stuff and then being able to put it together in the exam without the anxiety of test times or memorization of stuff, but using the information in a very critically and analytical way. So that's what you get to do. And then I'll have one last discussion. There's not going to be a discussion due Monday. Your last discussion after this week, you have one due this Friday, you have one due Monday, and then you'll have one due Friday. And then the week after that, you have the exam due. And along with the exam, you'll have a quick discussion just summing up the class. So it'll be it's just some self-reflection, some stuff to me of what worked or what didn't, so I can always improve the class, some last thoughts to your small group, and just finish strong and be proud of yourselves that you did this 8-week course. It's very compact, but you have 2 weeks left, so don't stop yet. Finish strong. You're right at that finish line. And please stay communicative with me. A lot of sickness going around, not only yourselves, but family and friends around you, and other things popping up all the time. Don't let that get in the way. Get through this class, finish strong, and we'll be in touch. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.